The meeting at Bath got underway at 2 o'clock with a maiden auction race for 2-year-olds over 5 furlongs. All 16 ran. Favourite on the off at 15 to 8 was number 7, Duty Sergeant.
They're on the starters' orders. They're off.
5 furlongs the trip this time for the Pulteney Maiden Auction Stakes, and it looked quite a good even break. Duty Sergeant was smartly away, also smartly away Tender Monarch, not too far away as well. Just behind the leaders on the inside is Mummy's Valentine, and Gay Ruffian has taken a good early spot together with Kresh. Those are all in the first 4 or 5, but Tofsky is about 6th or so as they turn with 3 to go. They're being pushed along to get a nice spot as they turn for home. They've got less than 3 to go now, and a Gay Ruffian possibly just in front, being pressed by Duty Sergeant. Mummy's Valentine handy on the inside, making good ground down the centre is Kresh. Early Morning Lady not too far away. Tender Monarch now being pushed along just behind the leaders. Black Moss has got plenty to do. Butowski making ground on the white side, but a little bit to do yet. They're coming towards the furlong market. Duty Sergeant and Gay Ruffian. Wild Honour making good ground. Looks for room on the inside. And then Mummy's Valentine's being switched behind those. Kresh and Butowski. Quite a good race up front. And as they run to the line, it's Duty Sergeant. Duty Sergeant from Wild Honour. This will be very close indeed, but it's Duty Sergeant at the line from Wild Honour. And then Mummy's Valentine followed by Kresh.
First, number 7, Duty Sergeant, the 15 to 8 favourite. Second, number 10, Wild Honour at 10 to 1. And third, number 3, Mummy's Valentine, also 10 to 1. On to the 2:30, a 3-year-old handicap over a mile and 5 furlongs. All 10 runners lined up. Favourite on the off at 7 to 2 was number 3, So Discreet.
They're under orders. They're off.
10 runners are shown on the card on their way then for the Monkton Farley Handicap Stakes. 1 mile, 5 furlongs and about 12 yards is the trip. They pass the winning post with a circuit to go. Brandon Prince just about in front of Legal Win. And then as always, handy racing with M. Allen, who's on the inside. They're short to be turning at the far end and making their way onto the back straight. And Brandon Prince by just over a length to, in second place, Legal Win. Then M. Allen is next, followed by As Always and So Discreet. And then Rusterman tracks the leaders towards the inside. And towards the rear, the last Empress, that's one of the back markers. Last but 2 is Bye Bye Baby. They'll shortly be away on the far side. They're still turning at the top end of the course. Not a bad pace, just a good even pace as they go down the far side. Brandon Prince, who's made virtually every yard, shows a length clear of Legal Win, and then Malin is third on the inside of As Always, and then Cherise Star midfield racing with Rusterman. Towards the rear, Bye Bye Baby and the last Empress. High Grade is last as they continue down the far side. Away they go down the far side then. Still this good even pace being set by Brandon Prince and Legal Win and Imballan. The last Empress being switched to the inside and is making good ground. As too is Bye Bye Baby. In the midfield racing wide is Legal Win. Rusterman just behind the leaders. Just behind the leaders, So Discreet. And then As Always towards the rear. Also in rear, in fact, last but one is Cherise Star. High Grade is still last of the 10 as they continue down the far side. Something has happened to the last Empress. The last Empress, something's gone wrong there, and badly impeded. Bye Bye Baby was a faller. The faller was Bye Bye Baby, and the last Empress was very badly impeded by that horse. And as they turn in the far corner, it is still Brandon Prince that leads from Legal Win, gone back second. Imballan remains third on the inside. So Discreet is fourth and handy. Rusterman fifth on the inside, followed by As Always. Cherise Star got a bit to do, but has made up a place or two. And High Grade is last. And the last Empress, no fault of that one. That one was badly impeded and was virtually put out of the race by the fall of Bye Bye Baby. The leaders then coming past the 3 furlong pole. Brandon Prince still just about in front, being pressed by Legal Win. And then under pressure and a little bit to do is As Always. So Discreet also being ridden along, but not too far off the pace. And it's Legal Win as they come past the 2. Legal Win from Brandon Prince, and then So Discreet, and then Imballan, and then behind those making ground, but just staying on at the 1 pace is As Always. 1.5 to go, and nothing going all that well, but the leader is Legal Win from So Discreet. Brandon Prince is next, followed by Imballan, and then As Always. Everything just plugging on at the 1 pace, including the winner, but as I say, the winner, the leader, Legal Win still leads by length. Imballan is finding not very much, but is putting in quite a determined challenge, and it's going to be quite close at the line. Legal Win it is. Legal Win from Imballan in second, and So Discreet.
First, number 7, Legal Win at 10 to 1. Second, number 10, Imballan at 33 to 1. And third, number 3, So Discreet, the 7 to 2 favourite. On to the 3 o'clock, a handicap over an extended 5 furlongs. All 16 ran. Favoured on the off at 7 to 2 was number 10, Ballygay.
I think
They're under orders. They're off.
And they're running for the Malmesbury Handicap Stakes. This race over 5 furlongs and about 167 yards. Presenter was smartly away. Also well away was Old Comrades. And Matola's Pet on the inside leads them all. Matola's Pet, as they continue on their way from Presenter and Old Comrades, and they're not too far away, is Ballygay. Being pushed along just behind the leaders is Four Walk. Gallant Hope just behind the leaders is in the first 4 or 5. And they're coming to the elbow. They've got just over 3 to run. It's a good pace. I didn't expect anything different there. And Matola's Pet leads as they come past the 3. Matola's Pet being pressed by Ballygay. And then Gallant Hope and Old Comrades, who's dropped back a little bit. Four Walk making a run down the centre. Calvan Miss has got plenty to do. The same applies to St. Systems. Also with plenty to do is Jaldi. And in rear is Eden Dawns. Matola's Pet dropping away very... Matola's Pet still in front as they come towards the furlong marker. The one with an awful lot to do in rear is Ballyshy. And they're coming past the furlong marker. And now it's a Presenter come but just behind the leaders, but it's Matola's Pet being pressed by Ballygay, and Four Walk continuing his run has come through to hit them all, and a fancy Four Walk, but can Ballygay get back? No, it's going to be Four Walk, I think, but it's close at the line. Four Walk from Ballygay, and then Presenter followed by Gallant Hope and Matola's Pet.
First, number 7, Four Walk at 20 to 1. Second, number 10, Ballygay, the 7-2 favourite. Third, number 14, Presenter at 8 to 1. And fourth, number 6, Gallant Hope at 7 to 1. On to the 3:30, a maiden for 3-year-olds over 5 furlongs. Number 2, Petrarca, was a non-runner that left 7. Favoured on the off at 7 to 4 was number 6, Mazarine Blue.
They're under starters' orders. They're off.
5 furlongs the trip for the Millbourne Maiden Stakes, and as they settle down, Mazarine Blue was well away, also smartly away Quincy Martin, and Shades of Jay towards the inside, another one well away. Just behind those in the yellow cap is Miss Bellringer. Being pushed along just behind the leaders is Mazam, and the one with a little bit to do is Springfield Jane. Racing wide of those leaders is Flower Reef. They're starting to turn towards us. They've come past the 3, and up front it is Shades of Jade being pressed by Mazarine Blue. Being pushed along wide of those is Quincy Martin. Flower Reef wider still, making very good ground down the centre. With plenty to do is Springfield Park, and also with plenty to do is Miss Bellringer. They're coming towards the furlong marker, 1.5 to go in fact, and now Mazarine Blue has come through to take it up from Shades of Jade, and then Mazam making very good ground with less than a furlong to go. Mazarine Blue from Mazam, and then Quincy Martin, then Shades of Jade and Flower Reef, and as they come to the line, Mazarine Blue quickens quite well, goes a length or 2 clear, and at the line it is Mazarine Blue by about 2 from Mazam in second. Quincy Martin is third.
First, number 6, Mazarine Blue, the 7 to 4 favourite. And second, number 1, Mazam at 5 to 2. The next at Bath, the 4 o'clock, was a maiden for 3-year-olds over an extended mile and 2 furlongs. All 8 ran. Favoured on the off at 11 to 10 was number 2, Northern Trial.
They're under orders. They're off.
And they're away for the Bristol Maiden Stakes. 10 furlongs and about 50 yards is the trip this time. No great pace on in the early stages, and we wait to see what quickens up a little bit. It's Stradballymount. Stradballymount quickens the pace, which is quite good now from South Australia. And then Handy racing wide of the pack is Light-Hearted Lady. Just behind the leaders in the black with the yellow cap is Triple Secret, followed by Northern Trial and Singing Sarah. Royal Marriage is last of the 8, and the pace now not bad at all. They're about a mile from home, so they've been just over 2 furlongs, and Stradballymount leads by about 2 to South Australia and Triple Secret, and then Royal Marriage makes ground on the inside. In the midfield is Northern Trial racing with Light-Hearted Lady. Behind those racing wide is Kamombo, and finally Singing Sarah. Still racing away from us and still going into the turn at the far corner of the back straight. They'll shortly be taking a left-hand turn, and up front, it's still Stradballymount that leads. Stradballymount are just about in front, but Triple Secret has made good ground to go second. South Australia is third and very much in touch, followed by Royal Marriage. Kamombo has improved to go fifth, racing with that one. Behind those Northern Trial, still last is Singing Sarah, and they're starting to bear left-handed once again. Less than 4 furlongs to run. They're turning towards us, and Stradballymount, who took an early lead, continues to show. Stradballymount then, as they come past the 3, still just about in front. South Australia very much in contention. Kamombo continues to make good ground. They've come past the 3. Stradballymount being pressed by South Australia. Kamombo wide of those makes ground all the time. Northern Trial wider still, making a good run down the centre. They're followed by Light-Hearted Lady. Triple Secret can find no more. Royal Marriage is beaten, and Singing Sarah is very much out of contention. Just over a furlong to go. And now Colombo has come through to take it up from the hard-ridden South Australia. Northern Trial is next. 3 of Pool Clear of Light-Hearted Lady. They've got 150 yards to go. And Colombo has got it well won, being ridden quite hard-ridden to maintain the advantage. But he's clear at the line. And at the line it is Colombo from South Australia. Northern Trial is third.
First, number 1, Colombo, the 6-5 second favourite. Second, number 3, South Australia at 13-2. And third, number 2, Northern Trial, the 11-10 favourite. All 18 runners lined up for the last at 4:30. This was a handicap over 1 mile. Number 16, Mariolino, was sent off the 4-1 favourite.
They're under orders. They're off.
The Downs Handicap Stakes, this race over 1 mile and about 8 yards, and as they settle down in the early stages, Savanga possibly just in front. Savanga, I'd say, Little Cracker is handy, also Milne's Way, and Amethystine is another one prominent. Predictable is just behind the leaders. Racing wide and being pushed along, and towards the rear is Sandrock. Another one towards the rear is My Ruby Ring. They're going into the turn at the far corner. And at the turn, it will be Savanga that comes out in front. Savanga, who took an early lead, continues to show by just over a length. They're closely grouped after that. Mariolino is very much in contention. Amethystine on the inside is well there. Being pushed along just behind the leaders is Woodland's Crown. Milne's Way is just behind the leaders, as is Little Cracker towards the inside. But it's Savanga from Amethystine as they turn. And coming past the 3 furlong marker, well, they're just about to come past that marker, and it's Savanga from Amethystine, and then Woodland's Crown is handy. Alcyone is making ground wide of those leaders, wider still and being pushed along, but not far away is My Ruby Ring, and wide of that one in the green is Spring to the Top. Being pushed along just behind them, about 3 off the inside rail, is Aldahi. Little Cracker just behind the leader. Amethystine with 1.5 to go. A wide open race. Amethystine being pressed by Savanga. Monteros Boy coming there strong. And now Milne's Way on the wide outside. Behind those Aldahi, and there followed by Woodland's Crown and Predictable. A good race with 150 yards to go. Milne's Way and Monteros Boy. Milne's Way has come through to take it up, only narrowly from Monteros Boy, but at the line, Milne's Way it is from Monteros Boy, and then Amethystine followed by Spring to the Top, Aldahi and Predictable. Close for 4th place.
First, number 3, Milne's Way, the 92 second favourite. Second, number 6, Monteros Boy, 7-1. Third, number 7, Amethystine at 6-1. And fourth, number 4, Spring to the